So some really big news yesterday coming for Shiba Inu, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Right before we get into bigger times of adoption in the crypto market, more DeFi usage, there has been an announcement of a partnership between Shiba Inu or the Shib ecosystem and Chainlink that we need to have a discussion about. I want to talk about what this exactly means and what the best and worst case scenario outcomes could be from this. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So this was actually a really big surprise. I was not expecting this. I'm sure many others were not as well, but what Chainlink posted on their Twitter yesterday was that Shib token has entered a partnership with Chainlink. Now, what exactly does this mean? That's really the big question that a lot of people have. So, according to the announcement, the Shiba Inu ecosystem, which includes the Shibarium layer 2 scaling solution on the Ethereum network, will adopt Chainlink standard to enhance cross-chain token ability across 12 different blockchains. So, here's kind of the main thing. So this was a post by Cal, and what he said was, partnering with Chainlink, we're not just choosing an industry standard, we're setting a bold new course for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. By integrating CCIP and the CCT standard, Shib, Leash, and Bone will, for the very first time, span multiple chains with unparalleled security, reliability, and inbuilt burn mechanisms. This milestone paves the way for innovative multi-chain applications, driving broader adoption and igniting a new era of growth and possibility for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. So there's one thing I've always said about the Shib ecosystem dev team, and you guys know this. I've said that they're incredibly good at marketing. And that's exactly what this is. This is very good marketing for Shiba Inu to now span multiple chains, multiple ecosystems is a really big deal. Now, this could actually be big for Shib in other ways as well, right? Obviously, they mentioned Leash, they mentioned Bone, which we haven't talked a lot about here on the channel, but the biggest thing that can actually impact, I don't want to say the biggest thing, but something that can affect Shiba Inu in a very big way is use of the Shib ecosystem. So I've taken more of a sit back and watch approach when it comes to this, but the biggest thing that Shibarium and the Shib ecosystem have needed is adoption. They need more projects built, they need more users, and that obviously increases a very important thing that we've talked about before, and that is burns. Now, I'm not going to get too much into the math on this, but for example, the current blocks for Shiba Inu are removing about 0.05 bone, which comes out to about like 3 cents or so. I'd have to go back and do the math. 3 cents, 2 cents per block. All right. Doesn't seem like a really big amount. It obviously adds up over time, but where this can get very interesting is if you do start to see people use this cross-chain building, more projects built between the multiple ecosystems that exist across multiple chains. And again, this is something that can obviously affect the amount of Shiba Inu that is removed from circulation, a big focal point of a lot of people's thoughts. All right. A lot of people think that the supply is too big and that it needs to be reduced. And while I don't think that is the case, that's not something that's standing in the way. The thing that has always interested me is this potential of becoming hyper-deflationary. Because remember, this burn function for Shiba Inu is not just a burn. It's not just removing supply. It is a buy and burn. And what that means is that you have consistent buy pressure on Shiba Inu while subsequently removing that supply. That is a very important thing and something you do not see in other ecosystems. So while this is still right now just the beginning of this partnership, it's something that could blossom into something very, very big. It could mean more use, more adoption for Shib, spanning multiple chains. That's a very big deal, right? Now, the worst case scenario is that it brings more brand awareness to Shiba Inu, right? When we start talking about Shiba Inu from other ecosystems that haven't had it before, even if it doesn't lead to mass development or mass use of Shibarium or whatever, it brings more optics to Shib. It makes more people pay attention to Shib, and that's a good thing, right? When people are the hardest thing to get in this space is to people to pay attention to you. The hardest thing that you can have is getting people to actually focus on what you're doing. And while Shibarium as of late has kind of gotten quiet, this is a very big thing that brings Shib back into the focus of not just people in the space, but people outside the space as well. For some people that have said that, Shibarium has lost its gusto, that nobody really cares anymore, well, it's become relevant again. That's what you need to know. So right now, we obviously haven't seen a big impact in price on really any of the Shib products. And that's not surprising because we're obviously still dealing with this drop across the crypto market. We're waiting to see, are we going to get our bounce here? But this is something that again can affect things in a very good way heading into the future. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's a very exciting thing nonetheless. It's nice to see Shiba Inu become a big focus, especially of Chainlink, a chain that is up and coming in the space that has been surging as of late. Obviously, not right now because of the big retracement in the market, but let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think this can become something big. Does this bring Shiba Inu to the focal point of relevance in the crypto market in general? But have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.